Good morning, first grade. Welcome back to math today. Today we are going to be taking a look at pattern blocks. So for class today, you'll need to make sure that you have out your pattern blocks. Please also make sure that you have out your class fact practice 9 and also grab out your guided class practice 9A that has the toy bears on it. So make sure that you have those things ready for class today. Also make sure that you have a pencil. When you have all those materials, come back to your table where you're sitting and we'll get right to work. Okay, first grade, now that you have all those materials, what you need to do is grab those pattern blocks out and have them sitting in front of you. What I'd like you to do is find two pattern blocks that are equal in size. Two pattern blocks that are the same size. I'm gonna wait to do mine until I give you a chance to find yours and have them sitting in front of you, because what you choose is not gonna be the same as what I choose. Okay, now, you could have chosen the blue parallelograms like me, but you didn't have to, right? So you could have chosen the blue parallelograms. What else could you have chosen? You could have chosen these red pieces here. You could have chosen your yellow pieces. You could have chosen the green triangles. You could have chosen these pieces here. They're the same size. How do we know that they're the same size? What could we do? We could stack them on top of each other. And if we stack them on top of each other, there should be nothing extra left, right? They're sitting right on top of each other, and I don't know any different because they're exactly the same size. But what if I do this? Are those the same size? No, they're not. Okay, so what I want you to do is find the largest pattern block. The largest pattern block. You should know that the largest pattern block is that yellow hexagon, right? So have your yellow hexagon sitting on the table in front of you. Now, we're gonna prove that this is the largest one by taking a look at our other pieces and putting them on top to see if they're just the same size or if they're smaller. Let's go ahead and start with our blue piece. Go ahead and take one blue piece. Is that the same size as the yellow hexagon? No, it only covers about a third of it, doesn't it? What about the red? Let's take our red pattern block. Is that the same size? No, it's not. It's about half the size, but it doesn't cover it completely. What about your triangle? I don't have a triangle sitting in front of me because I gave them all to you. Can you take your green triangle though and put it on top of your hexagon? Is it the same size? No, it's not. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, you should have, take a hexagon and another hexagon. And I would like you to take your orange pieces and your tan pieces and put those back in your bag. So leave out your red, your green, and your red, your green, and your blue. Leave out red, green, and blue. I'm gonna take mine and put mine away too. See, mine are gone too. All right, so you should have your 3 yellow pattern blocks sitting ready to go. You should have your blue pieces and your red pieces, and you should have your green pieces also. What we want to do is we want to take one of these hexagons and we want to cover it with the blue pieces. Let's start with our blue pieces. So how many blue pieces will it take to cover our yellow hexagon? Do this with me. 1, 2, 3. So it took 3 blue pieces to cover the hexagon. Okay, we used only blue parallelograms and it took 3. Now I want you to go ahead and take your red trapezoids and cover your hexagon. How many pieces did it take? It took 2. Now I want you to do the same thing right now with your green pattern blocks. How many triangles will it take to cover the hexagon? Go ahead and do that right now. What'd you come up with? Did you come up with 6? If you did, you were correct. You can fit 3 on each side of that hexagon, okay? Now, I want you to put these in order. I want you to put them in order from smallest to largest. So I'm gonna take these off. I need to put them in order from smallest to largest. The smallest piece is going to be the triangle. And how do you know that? Well, it took the most triangle pieces to be able to cover our hexagon. So you should have your triangle sitting here first. After your triangle is your blue, what? Your blue parallelogram. That's next. After your blue parallelogram, what's the next biggest shape? It is your red trapezoid. And after your red trapezoid is going to be your yellow hexagon. So you should have had your green triangle here, then the blue, then the red, and finally the yellow. Okay, now the smallest is the green, the triangle. The largest is the yellow hexagon. What is the second smallest? The second smallest piece would be your blue parallelogram. Okay, what's your smallest? Triangle. What's your greatest, your biggest? Your hexagon. What's your next biggest besides the hexagon? It'd be this guy here. Remember, it only took 2 of those to cover it up. Okay, first grade. Now it's time to get right into your guided class practice. Please go ahead and put your name on your paper. Remember, we always want our name on our paper because we want to show that it's our work. Then you are going to have 2 minutes to do as many of these double facts as you can. You're gonna have 2 minutes. When you notice that the screen changes and the music is done, your 2 minutes are up. You are welcome to go ahead and finish any of those later using a crayon or colored pencil so you can see how much better you've gotten at these facts in the last couple of days. And then the back side of this will be your homework, just so you know. The back side will be your homework. You have to turn that back in and it's gotta be done. Okay, so we're gonna work on this first, this side A first. You have 2 minutes. Ready? Go. Okay, first grade. Now, your 2 minutes is up with your facts. Make sure that you go ahead and get that backside completed when we are done with class. Today we're moving right into our guided class practice. This is the side that we do together so that hopefully if you have any questions, we get them answered. So the backside is your chance to practice by yourself. If you need help reading something, make sure you ask an adult. But otherwise, you go ahead and you make sure that you get this done. Now, for this class practice, there are some colors that you need. So in your box, make sure that you go ahead and get blue, green, yellow, and red. Blue, green, yellow, and red. Go ahead and make sure you have those. If you need to pause the video, you go right ahead and pause that video. We're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, friends. So, what needs to go on first? Name and date. Today is September 14th, 2020. So go ahead and make sure you have September 14th, 2020 written on your paper. It's also on the board behind me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm getting out my colors that I will need. Blue, green, yellow, and red. And I'm going to use that maroonish color for my red today. Number 1, it says use the class birthday graph to answer the questions. How many children have birthdays in August? Well, I'm going to go over here to my chart. And I'm going to find August. And in August, I can see that I have 2 birthdays, Layla Carter and Jace. So I have 2 birthdays in August. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write a 2 there. It says, what is the 4th month of the year? Well, I can go back here and I can count 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. The 4th month of the year is April. So I'm going to write April. I'm going to write it with a capital A, and the rest of my letters are lowercase letters. Make sure that that is a capital A for April. Then it says how many children have birthdays in that month. So now we have to go back to our chart. We need to find April, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th month of the year. How many children have birthdays in April? Just 1. So you can go ahead and put a 1. Okay, now number 2, count by tens, fill in the missing numbers. This time it doesn't give us many, does it? It wants us to know them. You see behind me? I have it there if you need it. If you need another good spot to look on the back of your math folder. And you can see right on the end, it goes by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, okay, it's all there. It's all there. So we're gonna go ahead though and do that right now. Here we go, count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Go ahead and you make sure you have all those filled in. Remember, you can use that folder if you need to. That's what it's there for. Okay, friends, now we have to follow some directions for number 3. If you needed more time to finish number 2 up, go ahead and just pause the video. When you're done with it, then go ahead and hit play again, and then we'll be able to keep moving together. Number 3 says, the teddy bears are in line next to the toy chest. Here's the toy chest, here's the teddy bears. It says, color the first teddy bear blue. I'm gonna need to grab up my blue, and it says the first teddy bear. Remember that we always start here and we work our way over, okay? So the first teddy bear is gonna be blue. Go ahead and just color in that first teddy bear blue. Then it says that we need green. It says color the 5th teddy bear green. So you'll take your green crayon, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So that's the teddy bear that I'm coloring in green. Make sure you're not using marker. Please make sure that you are using the crayons. Color the second teddy bear yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my yellow, and now I have to start with first again and get to second. First, second. Okay, second. And it says color the third teddy bear red. So grab out your red. Color the third teddy bear red. Now, it says, in what position is the bear that is not colored? So we have to start with first, and we have to get until we are in that spot that is not colored in. So here we go. First, second, third, fourth. So I'm gonna write fourth. This is the other way to write it. Fourth. That's with the numbers. Number 4, circle the number that's greater. Go ahead, circle the number that's greater. 43 or 49. What you should have noticed when you were looking at this is that they both start with a 4. So I have to look at the next number. And what's bigger, 3 or 9? 9. So the number 49 is bigger than 43. Circle each shape that has equal size pieces. Is this one an equal size pieces? Yeah, those are these pieces right here. That's this. So you're gonna go ahead and circle the shape. What about this one here? Is this equal size pieces? Yeah, that's these ones right here. Go ahead and circle that. What about this one? Are those equal size pieces? Look at this and this and a triangle. Are those all the same? No. So I cannot circle that one. Just leave it alone. Number 6, find the sums. Here we go. 7 plus 7 equals 14. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 plus 8 equals 16. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Okay, first grade. On the back side, you are going to be doing the same type of work. Remember, you need your name and your date. Remember that today is September 14th, 2020. So what will tomorrow be? Today's the 14th, so tomorrow will be the 15th. You can't just write 15. You have to write September 15th, comma, 2020. You could even write Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. That'd be awesome. Now here you have to count backwards. So you have to start at 100 and count backwards. Make sure that you have green, yellow, red, and blue for number 3, and make sure that you start here. That's the first spot. We start at the left and we work to the right. Make sure you also do this piece here. If you don't know how to spell it, check out your red folder. Circle the number that's greater. Circle the shape that is equal size pieces, shapes. It can be more than one of them. And then find the sums at the bottom of your page. When you're done with this and you're done with your fact sheet, please make sure it gets back in the Monday folder right away so that nothing gets lost. All right, that is all from math today. If you have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, we'll see you back here tomorrow.